Welcome back to the watch vlog here at Chisholm Hunter. Today we have an extra special guest. As you can probably see behind me, we have the Hamilton Khaki Field Automatic Titanium Far Cry Limited Edition. Cue that intro. Now you might be wondering why I'm in a gaming arena. And I mean, what does Hamilton have to do with gaming? When you think of the entertainment industry, you immediately think of films like Interstellar or Men in Black, and coincidentally, Hamilton has featured in both those movies. They were taking Hollywood by storm, but now it's gaming. Feast your eyes on the new Hamilton Khaki Field Titanium Automatic Far Cry 6 Limited Edition. This isn't the first time Hamilton's crafted the khaki in the ultralight, ultra-durable material, but this one of course has some unique designs which all connect to Far Cry 6. For a watch that's meant to do with battle in Far Cry 6, that titanium really gives it a darker, tougher feel. This tough, rugged setup in the titanium is quite fitting because you are against a dictator, and as a first-person shooter game, it needs to be a tough, durable watch. This Hamilton Khaki Field comes in at 42mm in diameter, but I do feel that it wears a whole load bigger. Now, my everyday wearer is actually a Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical, and that comes in at 38mm, so this was a big jump for me, and if I'm honest, I do prefer the smaller timepieces. However, I can see why Hamilton have gone for this slightly different look, and I have to say that I do like it in a lot of ways. It's different, it's bold, it's a bit like Far Cry. One reason that I instantly picked up on that makes this look and feel that little bit bigger is the bezel. I mean, the lack of bezel. There isn't really one, and it kind of reminds me of a new iPhone. It's exactly the same size, but it looks and feels bigger, and this is a smart way of Hamilton giving you more dial real estate. But I actually quite like this new improved design. It's something a bit different to what you see normally in the industry. This sits at 11.45mm off the wrist and actually suits wonderfully with casual attire. Moving on to the dial, you know, every picture and image that I've seen about Far Cry is kind of the same orange color palette, and that palette has translated directly onto those large numerals. The dial itself is split into almost a sector-like layout, but the sectors are not divided by colour. Instead, they are divided by texture, where the outer seconds track the inner 24-hour readout, have a flat, muted black background, where the hour ring has a pronounced mirror sunray finished in black. I am really excited to try this watch in Far Cry, but what's even better than that is I can actually try it on at Chisholm Hunter, where we're official stockists of Hamilton watches. Make sure you check out our website, chisholmhunter.co.uk. That's chisholmhunter.co.uk. Personally, I really like this design. It's subtle but really readable and helps separate the different functions. The red second hand pops off brilliantly against that black dial. Before I go any further with the details on this dial, I want to point out a huge Easter egg. And actually, I'm not going to point it out. We're going to play a game. It's called Guess the Easter Egg and leave it in the comments. I want you to pause this video right now, that's right now, and let me know what you think the Easter egg is. Okay, game over. Did you manage to figure it out? It's the number 6. No other numeral on the dial is illustrated with 2 slits in it. And that's because it's a shout out to the 6th installment of Far Cry, and it's in the same font as the game's logo. It's these little details that make this watch a truly sought after piece. So much time and detail has gone into production and incarnation of this timepiece. This is Hamilton's first release in the gaming industry, and it couldn't come at a better time. Let's not lie here, during the pandemic, gaming exploded, and it's no wonder why. It's because it brought people together at a time where they felt totally apart, and that's what this watch is for. You spot someone else with this model and you'll spark up that conversation. Let's not lie, it's the collab that nobody saw coming, but it's a collab that works incredibly well, and I feel like the floodgates have been opened by Hamilton, and I'm so excited to see what comes next. Another cool little feature is that this watch is of course limited edition, but it's not limited edition to any old number. It's only limited to 1,983 pieces, and this is a nod to a year that is really key in the game's plot. And that brings us to the next game. Can you guess why it is key number? Let us know in the comments. This watch features the incredible H10 movement, and I absolutely love it. And what's more is I love the fact that Hamilton have gone for an open caseback. This is something that in watches at this price is very rare to find. This movement carries an astounding 80 hours of power reserve, which is quite incredible for a watch that comes in at £1,000. It's also water resistant to 100 meters, so if you spill your drink over your keyboard, you'll be fine. I'm really interested to see how much of a collector's item this watch becomes as the Far Cry franchise continues to grow. I'll be keeping my eye on this one. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this episode of the Chisholm Hunter watch vlog. A special shout out to the Belong Gaming Arena in Glasgow for letting us use their fantastic facilities. Make sure you drop by and play some Far Cry, because that's what I'm gonna